Hit it.
Oh yeah.
What up? Home team. What up, everybody? What's going on? This is the Falcons therapist, and this is Dirty Bird Thursday. Hey, look. First and foremost, we want to thank everybody that's going to come out and take a look at us. Hey, y'all could be anywhere in the world, but y'all here with us.
That's right.
Ready to get it cracking. But before that, let's announce the brothers we got up in here today. To the bottom of me, we have the man, the myth, the legend, the Billboard himself. We got Knight Rider.
Yeah, man. It's your boy Knight Rider checking in, your resident Billboard. Y'all already know Atlanta Falcons Nation. In case you don't see it, right here on the glasses, man. Shout out to everybody who came through. Hey, man, it's that time of year again. Preseason football here. Well,
That's what's up. That's what's up. And to my left, we have the man. We got the Great Wall, the superior nose tackle. We got Big Ant.
What's going on, y'all? We appreciate y'all coming in. Y'all could be anywhere else, but y'all chose to check in with us.
That's right.
And then we got, last but not least, we have the man that gets everything together, all in order, keeps us all grounded. We got Coach Unchained. Coach, what up?
What's up, everybody? Y'all know what? It's one day away. We're going to see these boys be out. Tomorrow's the day, y'all. Let's get right.
That's right.
Let's do it.
Get it right, get it tight.
All right. So before we get started and everything like that, let's go over the roll call. All right, we got 13 people in here. All right.
Oh yeah.
We got Melvin Emery. What's good? Thanks for coming out, bro.
Yeah.
We got Tell Sports and Gaming. Said, what's up, Falcons family? Got my man right here, Brian Peoples.
Hey, Peeps.
We got ATL Leo.
Yeah.
Bubba Gump.
What's going on, dog?
What's going on?
Got Matt Town Mike.
Matt Town 478 checking in.
Look at here. We got the professor himself, Noah Tyndale. Y'all make sure y'all go and check him out.
Noah, what up, dog?
Like I said, this man right here, he's the teacher. All right. Next we got Guys Unspoken Vessel. What's up? Hey, appreciate you for tuning in.
First time heard it.
Oh yeah,
bro.
And we got one more. We got Matthew Nathan.
What up?
What's going on, man? Thanks for tuning in.
Shout out to everybody here, man. Y'all ready to talk some football, man?
Let's do it.
Yes, sir.
Let's do it.
Let's get it.
All right. Let's see here. We got first topic here. We got the training camp updates. So, gentlemen, what do we think? What do we think of these training camp updates right now?
I'm gonna let y'all have that one. I ain't really been paying attention. I've been working too hard. Let y'all have that one. Have at it.
Well, I'll start it off. First thing in training camp, we have says a defensive tackle Anthony Rush and running back Damian Williams missed Atlanta's practice on Wednesday. But the head coach Arthur Smith indicated the reasons weren't concerning. We're having different plans for these guys. If there's anything major going on, I'll let you know, said Smith. So what do y'all think about that?
Well, hey, injuries happen. I don't think they're injured. They just, it's probably just another rest day. Think about it. It could just be a rest day for those guys. They need to pick some time off because they've probably been going hard at it the whole time. Right. They just need their rest.
Right.
So that's my take on it. So he said nothing to worry about. I ain't going to worry about it.
Yep.
So, that's my take. Coach said don't worry about it. I ain't going to worry about it. But you know what? Then again, that may mean they're not playing tomorrow, too, though. You never know. So,
Okay.
They keep doing those things to keep them out the game because remember he said if you're 100%, you're going to play. Maybe go keep them out because they're not 100%. They won't play tomorrow. So, we just got to look that way.
All right, what about you, Ant?
I ain't. I mean, like Coach said, I mean, it ain't really too concerning, because it's not no big injuries, So it's just small stuff. So I think we'll be okay.
And I got the second one. It says Falcons receiver Drake London has started his first NFL training camp strong. The number 8 overall NFL draft pick has created consistent separation, made several big plays downfield, and has looked comfortable working outside in the slot.
I like that.
I'm sensing a dig there because I'm sensing a dig there because a whole lot of people leading up to the draft were saying this kid could not separate from anybody. But he's been separated from many people during camp. But I ain't gonna start no shit today.
But also London says there's an adjustment to the NFL game with the biggest a common refrain among rookies and the speed of the game. But he also said top tier opposition is helping London as well. He's tested most every day when facing the unit. Cornerbacks A.J. Terrell and Casey Hayward, savvy players at or on the top of their games. London relishes those opportunities when present, trying to take as much as possible from each experience.
Yep.
Now, for me, that's important because with him being a rookie, a lot of times rookies usually get stuck and they don't have that quick growth in certain instances when it comes to playing top tier players. A lot of times you can get jaded by playing a more experienced player, or you can, you lose your focus, or you get your confidence shook. So with this right here, him being able to learn by playing with the best, this actually helps him out because once he gets on the field and goes against the other teams, he won't be shell shocked. You know what I'm saying? It won't be a culture shock the way he'll freeze up on the field. Okay. What you got, Coach?
Yeah, he's just working hard. Like I said, he's going against 2 top cornerbacks, So with doing that, it's going to help him a lot when he gets into the regular game time, because having that competition make things a lot easier for him. So that's, like I said, Drake is going to be the man. I tell everybody, you got to watch out for him.
What you got, Ant?
Yeah, I agree. Look, all he needs is PT time. That's it. And he gonna shut all these haters up.
We'll get the next one.
What you got, Coach?
All right. Here we go. My bad, fellas.
What do you guys think about Roddy White coming out to practice this past week?
Tell you, dog, I love Roddy coming to practice, man. He done been there. He done that. That's the perfect teacher for Drake London to have, bro. You couldn't ask for nobody better.
Yep.
Couldn't ask for nobody better. Mr. Falcon through and through. Let him know how things done. He can show him everything that he went through, because I'm pretty sure Roddy got some stories. Because I know I was one of the Falcons fans that were giving Roddy hell when he first came in the league. He was dropping passes like hell. He was dropping passes like hell. He all of a sudden blossomed into this superstar receiver.
He had a good quarterback.
Y'all know the rest history.
He had a quarterback that can help him too, though. So.
Oh yeah.
When Matt Ryan came in, his game took off.
Oh yeah, big time.
So
big time.
But just talk about Roddy. All the guys who's been on the sideline, man. It's good to see those old Falcons come out there to that camp.
Oh yeah,
and feel welcome. They feel welcome coming out there.
So. And Michael Vick being there, dog. That's a big move. That's a big look. That's a huge look, bro. You couldn't have, man. I was so happy to see Michael Vick back with the Falcons, man. Because a lot of people gave him a lot of shit when he went through the situation that he went through. It was just awesome to see him come back, man.
What do you think, Mr. Warren?
About Vic.
Yeah, about Vic coming out there.
Um,
Roddy White, actually. We talking
Roddy?
about Roddy and Vic, both of them.
It was for me. It was nostalgic and a breath of fresh air because, like I said, I was in that era. You know what I'm saying? I had just got really into football. You know, that's after the '98 season we had, and then we come into the 2000s. And, to be a part of that Vic experience and, have Roddy White on the team and everything like that, I mean, I loved it because what it does is it gives these rookies a sense of veteran presence. They can pick these veterans' brains to see, hey, what did you do? How did it make you successful? What things can I take away from the game? What little pieces of it, what jewels of advice you got for me? You know what I'm saying? And they can instill some wisdom into them. Hey, look, don't let the game shake you. Take your time. Be consistent. You know what I'm saying? And that Vic moment, that Vic moment was surreal for me, man, in more ways than one. Especially when, it came full circle with him and Kyle Pitts.
Right.
Hey, I hate to interrupt. Y'all kind of doing the show from previous. You don't see the newer questions for this week's training camp. It should start off with Michael Vick on down. You don't see that? You might have to come back and refresh. I apologize, y'all.
Cool. Oh, no, you good.
Yeah, because we did those questions last week. We did those last week.
We got it, Ms. Maggie. That's cool.
You got it now? Okay.
Appreciate it, Maggie.
Cool. Appreciate it.
Okay.
This is training camp look like. That's all it was.
Yeah, that's all they're training camp. Hey, remember it is preseason, so we all good.
Listen, people. Hey, we just like y'all. We in the learning process ourselves. All you got to do, the show must go on. But that's why we call her Miss Maggie Font. No, she got our back 100%.
Hey,
right.
all day.
All right. Well, all right. I'm gonna read this one up. Put this one up here. Let's get this going here. It says former Falcons quarterback Michael Vick believes in team's best option at quarterback is Marcus Mariota, as they are rebuilding in the 2022 season. All right, what you guys take on it? I'm gonna start with the resident nose tackle. Ant, what's up?
I mean, he ain't saying nothing that we don't already know. I mean, because Ritter is a rookie and he's still trying to, get his place on, within the offense and still trying to study the playbook and, and all that. So because Mariota knows this offense, he's going to be the best option, going forward until Ritter can pick it up.
What you got, Knight Rider?
Hey, I mean, he couldn't have said it better. I couldn't have said it better myself, man. Look, Mariota knows the offense for number one. Number two, Ritter's a rookie, so we can't just throw him into the fire just yet, man. Because he had issues. He ain't Matt Ryan. Okay, let's go ahead and put that out there right now. He is not Matt Ryan. He ain't just come in and kill it like Matt did. Okay, but Mariota knows the offense. Plus, he also got pro experience. But also, Mariota is trying to prove himself to be a starting quarterback in the league because, he was kind of dealt a bad hand in Tennessee. Plus, he stayed hurt a lot. Now, Mariota is rested. He refreshed. He got something to prove. So, of course, that's going to be your best option. But you never know how the ball going to bounce. Some could go down, and then we'll have to throw Ritter in there. But right now, Mariota is our best option, so we're going to have to ride with it.
Okay. What you got, Coach?
Well, it's good for Ritter to sit anyway. Get that experience, get that learning curve going, and see how it's going to work out. Because he's going to play tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
You never know. He may go into tomorrow and just show out.
Mm-hmm.
So we got this whole preseason to go. We got 3 games. This guy can just go in and show out. Marcus could have wish not, but Marcus could have an ugly game. Ritter could just be the man.
Right.
So we don't know what's going to happen, but as of now, like I said, this is just the starting as of now.
Mm-hmm.
Anything can happen. That's the same thing that happened for Russell Wilson and the guy up here.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Right.
He started the game off looking okay, but Russell came in, he lit it up. So we don't know what's going to happen. But as
Then
of
the same
now,
thing happened with Dak too.
yeah,
Yeah.
Marcus is the starter right now. So that's what we got. So we can't predict anything what's going to happen. But as of now, Marcus is the starter. So that's what coach said.
Oh yeah.
I got a question real quick. Didn't who was that? Mahomes do the same thing?
Mahomes sat behind Alex Smith for a year.
That is yeah.
a whole year.
Mhm.
So I mean, it pays dividends.
Yes,
You
Yeah.
do. Hell, look at Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers sat 4 years behind Brett Favre.
exactly.
See how the hell that turned out.
Well, and I'm gonna go from coach's perspective. What it is, like I said before, those preseason games is nothing but an evaluation,
That's all it is.
and they're going to be looking at consistency, team cohesiveness, and which side of the ball needs more work. So, putting Ritter out there now in the preseason games to see how he does gets his feet wet so that he could see the speed of the game up front.
Yeah.
But it doesn't put him at a disadvantage because of the simple fact he's not under the pressure of having to say, okay, if we lose this game, this goes against us.
Yeah.
Mariota, on the other hand, has been there. He's been in the playoffs. He's well seasoned. Even though people don't think that he's even though people don't think that he is the quarterback for us, you got to think his learning curve has been short. So it only took him a minute to get reacclimated to the system. That's going to pay off because of his experience where he won't get pregame jitters. And only thing they're going to look to see is how well he adjusts to the offense that he has. You know what I'm saying? How well he does in the run game. So it's more or less the telltale signs to see his adjustment versus Ritter's inexperience.
Yeah.
So that's what it's going to come down to. So, I mean, yeah, I'm like, for me, I'm all for him sitting for a while. Because like I said before, you're going to see him on the sideline with Mariota when the defense is on, schooling him on what he sees. He's going to be able to teach him the nuances that a rookie would have to learn the hard way. So that if in the event he has to go out there, he'll have an idea of what to look for. Because there's going to be certain things and certain coverages he may not be used to seeing. Because as we all know, things kind of shift a little bit when you go from college to the NFL.
They really do.
So giving him those cliff notes, if you will help have him more prepared for the regular season if we have to put him in.
Right. Like I said, it's gonna be fun.
Oh yeah. Oh hey, it's gonna be very fun.
I just want to see just the difference, So.
All right, let's see. Let's get to this next topic here.
Yeah, North. That's what North said. Yes, exactly.
All right. Cordero Patterson suggests Falcons trade for Roquan Smith. Lord have mercy.
Man, thank God Mike ain't in here because boy, Mike will have a duck.
Let me go on. Let me go first on this.
All right, coach.
Only reason he's saying that because they were friends. They played 2 years together.
Yeah.
It's a friendly thing. He's like, it's a talking point that he just used. But the man said he's never hardly on Twitter doing all that talking, but he said the same thing for Kevin Ridley. See what I'm saying? So it's just a thing. It's a support system for him. He know they ain't got no money to pay that man. Although he did say find the money in his little interview, but it's a talking point. That's all it is.
Yeah.
So I don't think.
What else can you expect? What else can you expect?
Like they was talking about yesterday. I don't think we need to, pack our future and give out our draft picks up for one person. So it's not working.
My point was, and I'm gonna be short after this. I'm done with it. It makes no sense, although it may be a good look. It makes no sense to trade Deion Jones and a first round pick for another Deion Jones that's
Took the
just going
words out of my
to
mouth.
do the same thing that Deion Jones did.
Yep.
It's like
Right.
taking off a shirt and putting the same shirt back on with just a different color.
Man, Warren, you just took the words out of my mouth because that's exactly what I was finna say. I mean, if we were to trade for Roquan Smith, wouldn't we be trading for the same player? I mean,
and that's what Mike had been saying for the last couple of days, man. It's just MK South. It's a redundant move. It's a lateral move that doesn't get you any further than where you are.
Right.
Because you got to understand, you still don't know where he's at right now with his health because they ain't really had him on the field that much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, hey man, then you know we had to pay him more money. And you know,
exactly.
We are a little hamstrung for cash. If you know what I mean.
But have you guys also noticed whenever there's a top guy that want to get a trade or something, what's the first thing they holler? Falcons. We in everybody's conversation. They want everybody to come to the Falcons.
Oh yeah.
Because they wanted to see what they want is that and before I get to let's get to Noah's thing. Noah said it's more like you took your shirt off and had to pay to put it back on. Right.
Pretty much.
Right.
That's all.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Right. With interest.
Should have went to Kmart.
Right.
I know, right? Instead, you had to go to Neiman Marcus.
Right.
Right. You should have had a V8 this month.
Right. It's just they want to overload the Falcons with players, so we end up being like the Yankees when they had all of the superstars on them, and then the team falls flat because it just helps the narrative. Like, well, why did y'all get all these players and y'all didn't do it? We did that already.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We did that. Thomas Dimitrov did that for us many a years, and you see how that worked out.
Exactly. Now we broke. We hamstrung for cash because of him.
Yeah.
We having a hard time because of him.
Yeah. So I mean, it's redundant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's just that Georgia Bulldog fan and everybody from Georgia to come to the Falcons.
That's exactly what it is.
Look,
that's all it is.
I'm a Georgia fan, diehard, and I don't want every Georgia Bulldog to come to the Falcons.
Me too.
But y'all know what Roquan Smith was doing, right? He just trying to put pressure on Chicago. That's all it is. It's a pressure thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's a pressure thing. He didn't mention the Falcons. That's the media.
Exactly.
So.
Anything for some clicks. Some clicks and likes.
Clickbait. Basically.
Yeah, clickbait. That's all it is. But look. Oh yeah, you see, Noah said it was all because of Ham, right?
Yeah.
Right.
See, everybody want to take that damn statement. Everybody want to go ham with it.
Ham-tastic, absolutely ham-tastic.
Everybody want to go ham with that topic.
But this one right here, I'm pretty sure this topic right here will really get us going. What y'all think about that?
Yeah,
Darren Hall will be looking to establish himself as a standout in the Falcons secondary in his second season. What you got on that, Ant?
I mean, he's already, proven that he could be a playmaker. He did that. He showed us that last year. I mean, batting passes and getting interceptions and tackles for losses. And I'm telling people, look out for him coming off blitzes and and he's gonna wreak havoc in the backfield. Just watch.
Oh yeah, I seen him come out some of them corner blitzes, man. He looked good off that corner. He could definitely do that. And I'm gonna tell you another thing I liked about Darren Hall from last year. He made some great open field tackles last year. He made some great open field tackles. Then those are key. You got to have those, man. So I think Darren Hall can make strides, man. The question is, will he make strides? But I think he will. Everybody on that defense not named AJ Terrell or Grady Jerry got something to prove. So somebody got to step up.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
What you got, Coach?
Well, think about it. He's going to be that guy. He's going to be in that spot until Isaiah Oliver's 100%, guys. He's going to play that nickel corner, and he's going to be there until Isaiah is 100%.
Yeah.
So are they going to use? Are they going to have him and use Iowa's depth in that nickel spot?
They're going to be there, like Arthur Smith said. They want to have everybody have somebody who can back him up.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Who can come in and play the same level as the first guys playing.
Competition at every.
If you realize what this team has done, every spot, pretty much every spot, especially on defense, have a guy who can come in and do the same thing.
Yep. Competition. Competition matters.
Yeah, competition matters, exactly.
Yep.
So whoever those guys in their Hall, like he can even play corner behind AJ or whatever. If AJ go down, he can put Hall over there too.
Yeah.
So he's very versatile. He can play the nickel. He can play the outside also, like he did last year. So
Yeah.
This team
Iron sharp as iron, man.
very
Positionless players are
Exactly.
are premium because you don't know where they're gonna be. You don't know when they're gonna be there. All you know is you're gonna have to deal with it when it comes time to. Unpredictability in this pick your poison season.
Yeah.
I told y'all that.
Oh yeah, pick a point. Where you want to go at? You want to get with this or do you want to get with that? Do
Right.
you want the cheese or do you want the ham?
Hamburger.
Absolutely.
Ham right. Ham right.
That's it.
made plays last year.
But now we're gonna get to this. Let's get to this next topic here. Richie Grant trending up. Will he have a breakout year?
Oh, you
Absolutely.
ham skipping? You ham
Damn
skipping.
right.
He gonna have a great year, man. Richard Grant he gonna come in. He gonna show his ass this year, man. I've been high on Richard Grant since the start of training camp. He gonna come through. He gonna do what he got to do, man. He gonna show why the hell he was a second round pick. Cause man, a lot of people were trashing him, bro. They were trashing him. I said since training camp, I was really high on him since that, like last year when he played against Tampa Bay when they came to Atlanta. If y'all notice, when Richard Grant was in the game, whatever side Richard Grant was on, Brady was not throwing to that side of the field.
Oh no.
Brady was not
loving
throwing
it.
to that side of the field. But when Richard Grant went down with that injury, he started tearing that side up. When you got Brady scared of you, you know something. You know something. Richard gonna step up this year.
He been doing his thing. He been doing his thing in practice, but it all comes down to that competition. See, Arthur Smith and Dean Pease been putting their feet to the fire,
Yep.
and that uncertainty whether or not you're gonna have a job, that breeds competition. That'll bring the dog out you. Period.
Oh yeah.
Especially if you already got a taste of what you could possibly do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Tony Wright made a good point. He said tomorrow's game will be a good test of our first string starters, D-line and linebackers against a starting Detroit O-line that has 8 to top 10 O-line.
Oh
And
yeah.
I want to kind of comment on that. This is where you're going to see the chess moves at. Because you got to think, most of the stuff that Arthur Smith is going to put out there is going to be slightly vanilla. But the difference is you're going to have first stringers. So the execution will be a little bit different. It's going to look a little bit different. But once again, it's going to be how well offense, defense, special teams, how well they are cohesive, and how well they do their assignments.
Yep.
And you got to think, they're all, like I said, they're also going to be looking at how well Mariota reacts to pressure.
Yeah.
That's going to be key. How well we get pressure on the other team. How well we do in the running game. You see what I'm saying? How well our O-line is going to block. So those aspects are going to be very key.
Oh yeah. I can't even say much about that, but I'm just ready. Man, I'm just ready to see them boys start to get ready to hit, man. I'm ready to hear some
Yeah,
claps, some
man.
pads clapping.
Oh yeah, man. Can't wait.
I'm ready for it. Man.
I'm waiting to see what they're gonna do with all with the great wall of receivers. I want to see that in the running game. I want to see that in the running game more than anything in the world. Because I'm telling you, if we establish in these 3 games, if they establish their running game rhythm like they supposed to, it's going to be a long season for a lot of these teams.
Oh yeah,
because that running game is key. Running game and getting and getting pressure.
That running game is the biggest key.
Yeah, it's going to be key.
Oh yeah.
Ghost Pepper said Grant is the standout and clearly the best safety on the roster. He and the best cornerback in the NFL and A.J. Terrell is the only 2 players capable of covering Pitts. Grant has been mentioned more and more. That's true.
Oh yeah, man. And I'm gonna tell you this too. Going against Kyle Pitts every day in practice is gonna help out a whole lot.
A whole lot.
Not even just Kyle. You gotta look at Drake. You gotta look at and then those wide receivers we have this year. Those guys are out there. They hungry, man. You can tell in the practices. These guys are running their routes crisp, and these DBs are moving their feet. They're not standing flat-footed. They're not like they're confused. They're understanding what's going on with this defense. That's the main thing you can tell about this team this year. Those guys are not panicking. They're not out of position. They're always on the ball. So there's not a lot. Like last year, you can tell those guys they were a little lost. You can tell.
Yeah.
Missed coverage and this man wide open. Nobody's on it. So this year, they're on their game this year.
Oh yeah.
Well, to be the best, you got to beat the best.
Yeah, that's true.
And
exactly.
It's nothing better than having the best on your team to go up against. Because if you're going up against Kyle Pitts, everything else that you face is going to be pretty much routine.
Yeah. Exactly. You're going to know how to react to stuff.
Well, also, too, for a rookie, that for rookies and I would say second-year players, that instills your confidence. Because it's not easy to shake you when you've already gone against somebody that's pretty much considered unstoppable.
Oh, yeah.
Look who's joining us, guys. Blackberry.
What's going on, Blackberry?
Blackberry. Home team, baby. What's going on, boy? Hey, man, we can't complain, dog. Just another day, another dollar. Hey, we having a good day.
Yes, sir. Yep. Well, I'll tell you what, since we got Blackberry in here, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to jump into this next topic because I know he's chomping at the bit to give his opinion on this one. What to look for in Falcons Lions tomorrow night. Oh, this is going to be good. So, Blackberry, go ahead and start it off, man. Give us an opinion on this.
I'm going to tell you what I'm looking for first things first. The running game.
There you go.
First thing I'm looking for is how this running game is what they gonna be looking for in these backs. To see who's gonna take the bull by the horns, like Big Ant said. Gonna take that bull by the horns and ride that thing till it fuck them off, because the competition is stick at the running back position.
Oh yeah, it is.
It's big.
So it is.
So I'm hoping everybody fall out, because I just like winning, even though it's a preseason game. I just like winning. But I want to see who's gonna really take the bull by the horns in this running game, because I believe Cordell is gonna be the starter, but it's gonna be running back by committee. So I want to see who's gonna be in this rotation at running back.
Yep.
What you got, Coach?
I want to, like it's all based on the same thing. I want to see how the O-line fouls the ball. I want to see those guys are they going to be physical? They're not going to be getting pushed back. Like last year, they was getting pushed way back and too far. So I want to see. I want to see a stalemate at the line. Pretty much, I want to see. I don't want to see that getting pushed back 3 yards and at least keep me on the line. So I want to see what the O-line is going to do. It's a lot of things I want to see, but my main focus is how the O-line is working. So that's going to dictate our run game.
What about you, Big Ant?
Well, I'm pick back off what Blackberry said. That running game is going to be the biggest key. And can we, on defense, can we stop the run and get pressure on the quarterback? That's going to be because we got to change what we've been used to for the past 4 to 5 years. We got to get out of that soft serve BS that we've been used to. We got to stop somebody on defense.
Yeah, with sprinkles on.
With some sprinkles on. Here we go. Hold on.
Pass rush, and more pass rush. That's what I'm looking for. Honor educator, show me something. Show me why we drafted you, dog. Lorenzo Carter, show me why we brought you here, man. Dog. 18 sacks as a whole last year was just sad. Inexcusable. Man, I need for the defense to get to the quarterback, make him hear some footsteps and make him see some ghosts, dog. That's what I'm all for. I'm a pass rush guy. I love me a good ass pass rush, and we ain't had that. We ain't had a good a consistent pass rush since John Abraham. Vic Beasley had his one good season, and he just fell off the cliff. It's time for us to change it. Like Dean P said, that bullshit's over. It's time to get to the quarterback, put him on his ass, let him look at them lights for a little bit, have him shaking in his cleats, and make it happen. That's gonna be key. Because once you get a good pass rush, then next thing you know, that's when the interception's gonna start coming, and we're gonna start putting points on the board, getting stops at key points at that. That's what I'm waiting on.
Hey, ain't nothing more exciting watching a football game than watching your defense get after the other team's quarterback. It ain't nothing more exciting than a game. I don't care what nobody say, bro. I don't care what nobody. The running game, the passing game on offense, I don't care. It get me excited when I see somebody get that block knocked off. That would get me excited.
Exactly.
Oh,
Dog, what they say? Defense win championship. And that's what we need to do. That's what we need to do.
Well, I'm looking for two things. I'm looking to see how Mariota does, as a quarterback, how he's going to do with the pressure, how he's going to do in the pass game as well as the run game. And I'm also looking to see how our running back by committee works.
Yeah.
Because that, to me, is going to be the telltale sign of how well we do in the regular season. Because what we don't want is an unbalanced team, especially on offense where we're being forced to pass 20 and 30 times. We've seen that.
Right.
And a lot of teams that shouldn't have beat us because they pinned our ears back. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that we have a mobile quarterback now, I want to see how that dynamic adds to the running game.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, can't be going in one dimension at all.
But I also another thing, I want to see these guys can make an identity tomorrow. Offense.
Yeah.
See can this game kind of show that we're gonna be that team. You know what I'm saying? So have some kind of identity tomorrow. Like defense, we know we unstoppable. We coming to get you.
Oh yeah.
Offense, we're gonna run the ball down your throat.
Attack.
Mm-hmm. So we're gonna beat you every kind of way we can. We're gonna make you know who we are when we leave this game. So that's what I want to see right there.
Yeah, that's really been one of our problems. We ain't had no identity. We ain't had no identity since 2016. We had no identity. We don't know that people don't know what the hell they're gonna get.
Up and down.
Establishing identity or something.
Oh yeah, like Dean P said, that bullshit over. We finna establish our identity this year. Take that to the bank.
You got anything yet? Blackberry? You got any more?
No. I don't say everything that it needs to be said.
All right. Well, before we get to the Q&A and everything, I know we don't want to get it too short. What do you guys? And I'm gonna ask everybody. what are you guys' expectations, going into this, what are you guys' expectations going into these preseason games? I know they don't count as far as wins or losses on the record board, but what out of all three of these games, what are you looking to see as far as progression?
Ooh,
if I can put it that way.
The first thing I'm expecting Arthur Smith to be better prepared this year, unlike he was last year, because man, he made some he didn't do what he was supposed to do in the preseason, and it came back and it told on him during the regular season. So I'm looking for Arthur Smith to make some adjustments as a coach during preseason to get the guys ready, so when the regular season come out, they don't fall flat on their face like they did last year. That's my main thing.
More concentration, less mental mistakes like penalties and stuff like that. See how they got a little bit more discipline out of that, because last year I consider us very undisciplined.
Yeah.
We had a lot of penalties that cost a lot of games last year too.
Yep.
A lot of those penalties cost games last year.
Mm-hmm.
So we in field goal range, if we get kicked out of field goal range,
right,
because of a penalty, so then we can't establish a run, and it really kills us then. So it's more like being more mentally prepared for the game. So
what you got, Blackberry?
Well, yeah, I don't want to make it sound like we all on here saying the same thing, but I think with coaching and like Rod just said, man, that's really what it is. It's the mistakes. It's the penalties, the drop passes, the not being in your right place where you're supposed to be at on play, whatever it is, late snap counts, not getting the ball snapped in time, delay a game, whatever it is. We saw a lot of that in the preseason last year. And it's like everybody was just all over the place. They're trying to figure it out as they go. So that's mainly what the preseason is really for, to tighten everything, to get everything whipped up, get everybody whipped into shape how they supposed to be. Get everybody on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody on the same page. Coaches on the same page with players. Players on the same page with each other. So that's really what I'm expecting out the preseason, is to see mistakes minimized and assignments keyed in on.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Mike said, "Culture, identity creates a winning attitude and result." And that's what I'm waiting to see. It's time to change his culture. It's time to get an identity. Once that happens, man, it's gonna.
I mean, yeah, and I wanted to comment on it. Yeah, Mike is absolutely right. I mean, for the longest time, we didn't have an identity. We had a slogan, and slogans don't foster cultures. We, you know what I'm saying? We had a culture of whatever. We had a culture of whatever works on that day. We sitting in the back room throwing darts at a dartboard and trying to figure out, this is what we're gonna be today. This is what we're gonna be tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, like this.
If anybody know anybody that works in that organization or in that damn dome, can we please take down that brotherhood shit? I'm tired of seeing it. I'm tired of seeing that, because that shit is played out. You know what I'm saying? Have somebody take that shit down immediately, expeditiously.
Honestly, if you paid attention, what happened during the '98 season when the Falcons started making noise or whatever, the winning and the attitude of the team created its own culture.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? If you look at it from the first game, I would say almost until we got right before the NFC Championship, everything we did created a culture to where we coined ourselves the Dirty Birds.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't a slogan. Nobody was sitting in the locker room singing Kumbaya. We wasn't running banners on the field with pom-poms. We came out there, we bust you in the mouth. We ran the ball down your throat. and they knew when you came to Atlanta, you had to deal with the Dirty Birds.
Damn
And
right.
my belief is, if we do and everything goes the way it's supposed to go, that resurgence of attitude will foster the. Because you ain't got to worry about that banner. You ain't got to worry about brotherhood. You may not even have to worry about rise up. It may be something different.
Yeah. They can take, but I know they can take the brotherhood shit down.
They ain't got it no
Y'all
more.
know
I thought
Q
they
Ball,
got it.
man, want to coin that shit. Anything he got anything to do with, I want it gone. We don't need that no more.
Well, the way I look at it, like Coach said, all them some weeks ago, damn a slogan.
Right.
Go get off in somebody's ass.
Yeah, right.
Right.
You know, and I think Top Notch said it. Buy into the coach.
Yep.
Right.
If we the Dirty Birds, the Dirty Bird coach was hard hitting, and we gonna be able to run the ball down your throats.
Oh yeah.
That was what the culture was.
Oh yeah.
Somewhere along the line, they brought in a new regime of coaches. They brought in Thomas Dimitrov, and it turned into we gonna be light as a feather, and we gonna be light as a feather, and we gonna be able to throw the ball wherever we want to throw it, and that's fine.
Right as a fella, throw the ball well.
Fast and physical.
That's fine.
Nobody else.
Right, and that's fine if it works. But when it don't work, then that's when we talked about the culture changing. Where did the culture change? It changed then. So if we talk about culture changing, then we getting back to what we as the fans especially, that's what got the city hyped about the Falcons, like Warren said. We was the Dirty Birds. It sound good, for one. And two, you saw it every week you turned on the TV. You saw Harvard Dahl and Todd McClure putting defensive tackles on their ass. Pancaking them. You saw
Don't forget Patrick Kearney, boy.
Yeah, you saw Patrick Kearney.
Patrick Kearney was that guy, man.
Chuck Smith and them boys. You seen them boys getting after offenses.
Oh yeah,
Babineau.
Oh yeah,
Babineau getting after offenses.
Don't forget about Keith Brooklyn,
Big Play Ray,
Eugene Robinson.
Hey,
Hammer, Jesse Tuggle.
Hey, listen, you saw these guys getting after teams on both sides of the ball.
Oh yeah,
and when you buy into the culture, eventually, you hope that eventually y'all reach that brass ring. And sometimes it take a while. Sometimes you gotta be patient. But we can't have regime coming in changing the culture, and then everybody want to get in a hoopla about, well, we should have been doing this, we should have been doing that, this, that, and the other. What the team was known for is what the team was known for. And then somebody came in and changed that. And it almost worked. It ain't that it didn't work. It almost worked. But then money come into play. The business side of things come into play.
Yeah, boy.
And that's when that patience come in. Okay, well, are you still gonna go with what you've been trying? Or are you gonna revert back to what you used to be? Because it almost worked with the Dirty Birds. It almost worked with the Rise Up. So what you gonna do? If you keep changing culture, if you keep changing it, then where do we have stability at? Where are we consistent at? And that's why I really like us going back to the physical, hard hitting, running the ball down your throat, dirty birds that we used to be. That's why I'm glad we're going back to that.
Yeah.
Because that's a culture like that one. It stands the test of time.
Right. Well,
the line, throw it all over the field. It don't really stand the test of time like that.
Nah, it don't.
You got to be able to nut up. You got to be able to buck up, strap up, and go out there and be able to bang with anybody, any season. That's why Pittsburgh got a good culture. That's why Baltimore got a good culture. That's why they got those kind of coaches. They physical. That's the culture. We physical. We gonna be more physical than you. We gonna be able to beat you with physicality.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what the Dirty Birds are. And that's why we are the Dirty Birds. I'm glad we back to that. So the rise up thing, like Knight Rider said, they can take it down. I really don't care. I say
Well, I ain't say
rise
rise up. I said the brotherhood shit. But
brotherhood. They can take that shit down. They ain't like that shit anyway.
But you know what, Blackberry? You know what happened though? We became the slogan instead of the identity of the team, the supporting the slogan. You get what I'm saying? Yep. We got away from, or if it's gonna be fast and physical, we was more the brotherhood than we was fast and physical. Because you had a coach that was patting everybody on the back, even when they wasn't doing what they were supposed to do.
Damn right.
So if you don't have any accountability, you can't foster a culture where these guys is fast and physical. Because they know it ain't gonna be no consequence at the end of the day. So now you become the slogan. And that's why you had the choirs and Samuel L. singing "Rise Up," but rise up to what?
But rise up didn't come after we lost Super Bowl.
You wasn't raising that defense on the field when it came time to make them timely stops.
I'm glad you said something about that because man, if you look at some of the players that Quinn had, it shows. Prime example, I was thinking about this today. Remember when Dan Quinn got fired? Remember that little tweet Keon O'Neal put out and then deleted? Talking about the fans think they know. That's all I needed to know right there. That's all I needed to know right there. You want to play for somebody that's gonna pat you on the back whenever you fuck up.
What about this right here from Wolf? What y'all feel? How y'all feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, I saw his video he did, and now he was right. He was talking about diversity, and he was talking about when that Korean guy flew from Korea all the way here to see Coop.
Yeah.
With the culture change, you have to have different aspects in the culture to be part of that change, or it won't happen. And that culture change also filters down into the team because you got players that want to play that are diverse. That speaks for everybody. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. It doesn't overlook one particular, particular sect of the culture. But yeah, the fan base. The fan base culture has to be changed because you need a fan base that can get behind the team.
Oh, big time.
Good or bad.
Big time.
And if you got strife against content creators, you got strife against fans, you got a divided fan base that can't support a team.
That's been our problem for years. The fan base been too divided, man. And I hate to say it. The reason why the fan base was so divided because, you got half of the fan base, they still feel like Vic should have been here. Other half of the fan base feel like Ryan was doing the thing. I can attest to this myself because I hang around a bunch of people in this city. That shit was racially motivated, and I couldn't stand that shit. I couldn't stand it at all. I couldn't stand it. We know that. Get on my nerves. How much they always talk about Matt Ryan so bad because how much they love Michael Vick. I'm like, bro, skin color go out the window. Think about the team. Y'all more worried about players, not the team.
That's right. That's right.
And that's the reason why I fell out with a lot of them because y'all so worried about the color of the man's skin and he ain't Michael Vick and he can't run and this and that. Man, fuck all that shit. The team winning. Sit your dumb ass down, drink your soda, shut the hell up.
And look,
but I think that with Matt Ryan leaving, that kind of gets some of those other dumbass fans out the way, and that'll bring in the new fans, and we'll start building the fan base from there.
And look, when I seen Wolf comment, I instantly thought about Coach it up there on the Pacific Rim up there in Seattle. Oh, the 12th man.
Oh yeah.
That's what I thought about. Now, see, to kind of piggyback on what Knight Rider just said, our fan base is divided, but I don't think it's divided because of who's here. I think it's divided because we are one of the most multi-diverse cities in the country. It's people here from everywhere.
Everywhere.
Oh yeah, transplant.
Yeah.
Most of our fan base, and I ain't never did no poll on this or nothing, but just off of from what I've seen throughout being a Falcon fan and going to Falcon games and being around the city during, game week and stuff.
Tailgate too.
At tailgates and stuff. A lot of the fan base is people that didn't even, but when they moved here, they wasn't a fan of anything. They became Falcon fans when they moved to the city.
Facts.
A lot of the people that's depending on what generation you are, your age group, when you was in Atlanta, that's why I got cousins that's Cowboy fans, because that's what they saw growing up winning. That's they saw that the Cowboys winning. They saw San Francisco. They saw
Pittsburgh.
They saw them team, and it's a lot of them fans in the city that were born here.
Yeah.
And I'm a StreamYard for the last 6 years.
Well, look at it this way. You got two aspects that help keep a fan base together. You got entertainment, and you got three. You got entertainment, you got identity, and then you have winning. The reason why, and in my opinion, the reason why this fan base is so fractured is because you can have a fan base on a losing team, but that losing team has an identity that everybody can rally behind. Mm-hmm. When you don't have an identity, people are like marbles or like pool balls. There's nothing to keep them connected outside the few diehard fans.
Mm-hmm.
And when you go back and forth, fans are like, what are we? You got Bills Mafia. You got Dallas Cowboy Nation. You got the Steelers. Because why? Their identity helps solidify the fan base.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, win, lose, or whatever, that identity didn't go away. When Atlanta was winning, everybody rallied behind them because they were winning. When Atlanta lost, everybody scattered because there was no identity for them to grab hold to. That's why when the Dirty Birds came out, everybody was like, okay, well, this must be the identity. I like this. I'm rallying around. And then after that, you had the Michael Vick experience. We went from experiences without any identity. And we had glimpses of what our identity could be, but the minute we got used to that, somebody came in and changed it.
Yep.
You went from Dirty Birds to Michael Vick. You went from Michael Vick to Rise Up. So it's like, I'm confused. Either you the Dirty Birds, you with Michael Vick, or we with Samuel L. Jackson and the choir committee. There's no consistency for us to hold on to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And Mike said it best. Mike said it best. He was like, he said, winning doesn't create the culture. It creates fanboys. You're right. But winning doesn't. That's why you got to have an identity. Identity is what fans can get behind if the team is winning or losing. If the Jets didn't have an identity for losing, their fans would be scattered too.
Exactly.
Because that's your identity. It's sad, but that's what we know you for. Falcons is known for hopping around. In a city that's about entertainment. So our identity was more of the entertainment side, more so than the football side. And that's why you have a big gap between fans that actually know aspects of the game and fans that don't, that just come to be entertained.
Let me mention something that Blackberry said earlier about how you talk about
The hell no one talking about.
Hello, you hear me?
Yeah, we here you go.
All right. You guys talk about Seattle, right? I've been here long enough to know when Seattle was in the Kingdom, right?
Yeah.
There was nobody in that stadium, right? So Sean Alexander came here. They went to the Super Bowl that one year, right?
Yep.
You can see the culture change just a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when Marshawn Lynch, and I don't know if you guys remember this game, when Marshawn Lynch ran over the Saints defense. Y'all remember that game?
Oh yeah, the Beast Quake.
Remember that game there?
Yep.
It was
Yes,
so
sir.
loud. I mean, It was so loud. I was up in Seattle. I wasn't even in the stadium. I was up in Seattle. You can hear that stadium erupt.
The
Right?
Beastquake. I remember
So
that.
from that point there, right, you start seeing more jerseys. I mean, there was people wearing jerseys right here, man. But then when Russell got here, it went to another level. I mean, the fans just got so much behind this team, right? And everybody had a jersey on. They had. So, but yeah. So, but you know, that there, you seen the culture change. These guys became such Seahawks fans. I mean, everybody here's a Seahawks fan now.
Oh
You
yeah.
got people come from all over the country who moved into this state became Seahawks fan because the culture of going to that stadium just changed everything for everybody. It's like
Oh
a
yeah.
big party in there. So,
Oh yeah. It damn so did.
you know, it ain't all about the winning. It's all about just that atmosphere of having that noise. I don't know. People like noise. I don't know why, but having that noise and people can just make all the noise they want, and it changed this whole culture around here.
Oh yeah.
So it's all
I
about a
think my
culture
buddy.
change. You don't like I said. It don't take winning to make a culture change. You just got to have. You just got to be dedicated to the team you're with.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Man,
but
I
that's
had
because
my buddy.
noise is energy. Noise is energy, coach.
Exactly.
And when the home team getting that energy from their home crowd,
Right.
hey,
It,
it's adrenaline.
it's
You know,
exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Exactly.
A shot. Yep.
it ain't no telling what that adrenaline gonna get you. It gonna get it can get you a sack, it can get you an interception, it can get you a touchdown.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
Or
It damn
false
so
start on
can.
another team. That was Seattle was known for, making other teams false start from that stadium. It was
Yep.
so
Oh, yeah.
loud, you go deaf in there. So, but and the last time I heard that, I came home for the game when they played the Seahawks, went to the Super Bowl that year. It was loud in there. I thought it was in Seattle. That's how loud it was. The last game in the dome. So, but
Somebody was in the Kingdom.
No, down in Atlanta when the Georgia.
Oh, the Georgia. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The NFC. Oh yeah, that NFC Championship game. Oh yeah. Oh my
Not
God.
the game before that. I was at the Seahawks game. I didn't come to the NFC game.
Oh, okay. That was a divisional round.
Yeah, division round. So it was loud then, but it's all about
Oh, yeah.
noise, man. Culture.
I wasn't even in the game. That was I was in Atlanta for the NFC Championship game. I wound up sneaking in the dome for the trophy presentation. My black ass was at Twin Peaks. No, we had Twin Peaks rocking that night, man. We had Twin Peaks rocking. When I seen them go up that last touchdown, I went and stuck my ass right into the Georgia Dome to see the trophy presentation, and it was just like that whole experience was just something. It's just some otherworldly, dog. I'm just waiting to get back to that. I'm waiting to get back to it.
And let's answer Noah's question.
Well, yeah.
It should be right there.
Okay. We got 5 members on the panel. Who are y'all? Who's on our chopping block? Oh my God. I can tell you. Most of them be those linemen.
Who's on the top? Oh,
Yeah.
Jalen Mayfield.
No,
Easy.
Jaden won't be on there. No, Jaden ain't gonna be on there. Jaden's gonna make this team. He's gonna be your backup.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't have nobody on the chopping block until after the first preseason game. I got to see who all bringing to the table, what everybody bringing to the table.
I'm gonna give you some names right now. I got the depth chart right in front of me.
Y'all know how much I feel about Jalen Mayfield, boy. I do not like that guy.
Yeah, but as far as like reports go from camp and stuff, we ain't seen Jalen Mayfield, get too many praises in the reports from training camp. So
Right.
we saying that based off of that, but really, you got to see what they doing on that field first.
Yeah.
A lot of guys is practice
Yeah,
guys.
I just don't like how
Think about that.
my
A lot of
thing.
players are practice
My thing with
players.
Jalen Mayfield was
Right.
my thing with Jalen Mayfield was when he made that tweet. If you don't want to quit getting hit, pick me, dog. If you're gonna talk about it, be about it. Then you get out there and you just start getting beat. No, bro, don't just. If I mean, you might be playing out of position, but bro, just don't talk. Just go out there, let your play do the talking for you. I'm big on that.
I know 2 guys that gonna probably be gone early. That could be John Raines, a tight end kid, and a cornerback named Lafayette Pitts.
Yeah.
I know those 2 will be probably gone. We may see a linebacker go. So we'll see. Those are my two guys I can
Ooh.
say. I think they're gonna hold those wide receivers a little longer because they want to get them down close as they can to save them for that practice squad.
Mhm.
So you
Yeah.
see those guys go almost last.
Yep.
So. What you got,
Yeah,
Jay?
Dirk
You got
Cutter
anybody?
hijacked my phone.
You always blame Dirk Cutter. You just need a new shirt.
Uh-huh. Mm-mm.
I'm
I checked
tripping.
the router. It was supplied by Dirk Cutter.
My God, you need a refund. You gotta get a refund out there, buddy.
There we go.
But yeah, who was that? Oh.
What about you, Ed? You got somebody on the chopping block?
I don't know yet, man. Like I gotta see what they looking like tomorrow. Like when practice is one thing, but I gotta see what you look like in a real actual game.
Well, we gonna
Yeah.
see tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting on. Oh,
Really? Look at this, man. Look at this. Really?
somebody,
Oh, last night.
Damn.
Come on, dog.
Boy, Mike, shots fired. Defend
Mike.
yourself.
Mike, they
Defend
talking about we
yourself.
using dirkcutterwifi.com.
Y'all got Comcast down there?
Yourself.
Y'all have Comcast?
Yeah, they got
Yeah.
Comcast, AT, all that kind of foolishness.
We ain't got Comcast down here in Albany. We got MediaCom.
What the hell?
Y'all got Charter down there too, don't you?
I don't think so.
Whatever Comcast is not, Charter is.
Man, MediaCom really about the only. That's the only
I'm glad I
cable
live in
company we got
Northwest where
down
these
here. That's
companies
it.
at.
See,
Man.
well, look, man, it's going on about an hour. We're gonna go ahead and start getting y'all questions going. So we get the Q&A portion of the show. Y'all got some questions? Go ahead and drop them in the comment section. We'll make sure we go ahead and get them answered before we get out of here. As always, we want to thank you guys for tuning in on this wonderful Thursday, day before the game going off tomorrow.
Yeah, boy.
I'm not sure if they're gonna have a Friday Night Madness. I'm pretty sure Mike and them will say if they are, but
here you go right here.
It's the perfect time to me to announce it.
See?
they're here. Mad scientists.
First of all, I
One,
want to
the
say,
only.
First of all, I want to say, fuck you, Noah. Okay, fuck capital F-U-C-K. Okay,
Hell no, Noah.
Y-O-U. Okay.
Hell no, Noah. He just went ham on your ass. What you gonna do about it?
Ham salad.
Ham salad.
That bitch up. Fuck
Ham and
you.
cheese.
Okay. All right.
Hamburger. Hamburger.
But look, Friday Night Madness, we're making a little bit of a change to Friday Night Madness.
God damn it.
There won't be a Friday Night Madness until we make this announcement on Monday. We'll make this announcement on Monday. We're making a change on Friday Night Madness. It's going to be, look, if you guys really love AFN, if you really love Mad Mike Sports, you really love Six Man K Styles, You Talk Sports, everybody on this platform, man. We got a big change. It's going to be different, but it's something that we got to do as far as business wise. So that's a little hint. But the content the content is going to stay the same. You're going to get plenty of videos. You're going to get plenty of rants from me. You're going to get plenty of videos from the guys here on AFN, but we're making a slight change just for the better. All right, hey man, just like the old Falcons, we getting rid of that bullshit ass brotherhood bull fucking
Yeah, lie.
we're going to a new era right now. So AFN, Mad Mike Sports, the Unholy Alliance, everybody, we're gonna have a different feeling, different vibe. But let me say this real quick. Shit. Never mind. I don't want to talk no more. I don't want to talk no more. I was gonna give my 2 cents on stuff, but I told y'all guys.
Give your 2 cents, man.
I try to take days off. Damn. Like I want y'all. Look, this is y'all show, bro. This y'all show.
Give your 2 cents, man. We
Go
welcome
ahead,
all
Mike.
opinions.
It's all right. Let him have it, man.
You the vet. Come on.
Jamal Lee.
Coach the vet, man. Coach the vet. I got.
Let him ham it.
Let him ham it. We gotta let him ham it.
Let him ham it.
Let him have it.
Hey, I'm gonna say this. I think Ant kind of said it. Is that I don't want to give anybody the axe right now. This is what we were talking about earlier about bringing in a Roquan. I don't give a damn if it's Roquan. I don't give a it's Tom Brady. This team is not ready to bring in new bodies. We have to see what these young guys got. We cannot sit here and cut anybody and say, all right, for sure, this guy needs to go. Whether it's Quadri Olsen, Jalen Mayfield, we got to give these guys a chance. We don't know what these guys are. They haven't played in preseason games. They haven't played no more than 2 years. 2 years, after the, I say around the 2-3 year mark, you know what you get from players. You know what you're getting from the players after 2 to 3 years. Mm-hmm. This year, we need to see in this playoff game, we got to see what we're getting from the players in order to see to move forward. Like, we can't become a championship team if we don't know what the hell we got.
Right.
We bring in everybody else trash. Like, literally bringing in everybody else trash, thinking that we're supposed to make it to a Super Bowl. You're never going to make it to a Super Bowl if you don't know what you got first. It has to start with a foundation. It has to start with a coach. It has to start with an identity in order to get there. So I want to see what Desmond Ridder. Coach said earlier tonight, it's like he may not be a good practice guy. He might be one of them guys when he get on that damn field, he just look, man. The lights just come on for some people when they get on that field. Okay, like hey man, you run a 4.5 and the combine and then turn around and you're on the field. Hey, bam, that adrenaline hit. You hit these fans and bam, there we go. This dude running a 4.2. You know what I'm saying? So it's different for different players. So like I want to see how guys are reacting to those big lights, man.
Oh yeah,
that make a lot of sense. You made a good point, Mike, talking about the identity. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, like you said before, a lot of people get wins and identity confused with the fan base. And like I was saying before, people don't realize that identity holds fans a lot longer than wins do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's kind of what I made. That's why I said it creates fanboys. I mean, we saw it with the Lakers. I mean, like nobody was messing with the Lakers. When LeBron came there, everybody turned to Laker fans.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's keep that real, man. Like winning does not create a culture. All right.
Yeah, look at Tampa.
Tampa.
Look at Tampa. Oh, my God. Oh, boy, everybody want to be a president. I got to call him right now. He love the paper. This fool literally wear 2 hats. When Tom Brady played, he put a Patriot hat on one, and then put a Tampa Bay hat on top. I'm like, boy, you a whole fool like that.
But see, look what's happening to him. And this is the same thing I said about when we talking about baseball and other show. You put a bunch of stars on a team, the team's gonna fall apart because there's too many Chiefs and not enough Indians.
Exactly. Too many chefs in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm. Right. Number 2, you see what Brady's trying to do and has been trying to do. He's trying to create another super team. The era of those super teams are over with because back when they were creating those things, like around the time Dallas had their squad, we had no salary cap back then. So you could go ahead and do stuff like that. You can't do that anymore. And that's what a lot of these fans don't remember. You know what I'm saying? So you're trying to create a ready whip dynasty with Bisquick. Because outside of Brady and a handful of other players, when after Warren Sapp and them left, Tampa was Bisquick. And we know it. And they still Bisquick. They just got Bisquick with chocolate chips in them.
Oh yeah.
Let,
Hey,
let me
another
let me
prime
explain
example. You
this.
remember when the Eagles got all those players and they didn't amount
Yeah.
to shit?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The dream
Mm-hmm.
team, the so-called dream team.
Yeah.
Let me explain this real quick. We hope that the thing is, the culture, you hope that it leads to win, but you have to be patient. That's
Mm-hmm.
why I
Yeah.
said when when we were when the Dirty Birds coached, we didn't remain patient just because we was right there.
Mm-hmm.
We made it to the Super Bowl,
Right.
okay, and 98 out of it. After a couple of years, actually, no, that ain't when the coach left. We said when the coach left, when Matt Ryan got drafted. That's when the coach. No, actually, that ain't even when it left. I don't know when it damn left. All I know is this: you hope that it leads to winning, but you have to be patient. It might not happen to kill 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It might have to kill 6, but you have to be patient in what you're doing. That's why when Tell said, or when Lost In said, buy into the coach. That's what
Right.
that means. Are you
Yeah.
all in for what your team is doing?
Yo,
You
but
have to be all in. You got to have a regime that's all in, and that's going
Right.
to remain patient. As long
but
Right.
as we are seeing the progress within the culture, as long as we're getting better and not getting worse, as long as we're taking steps forward and not steps back,
Yeah. Yeah.
remain patient and hope that it results in a win.
Right.
the
Well, to your
problem.
point, remember, it skipped. It was 3 different sections because it was Dirty Birds, it was a Michael Vick experience, and then it was Rise Up because that's when Matt Ryan had established himself. The thing is, you couldn't go
Yep.
to no fan and ask them what were we. You knew what the Giants were. You knew what the Jets were. You knew what the Bears were. You knew what the Ravens were. You knew what New England was. You did not know what Atlanta was. And you can't get behind a team if you don't know what their identity is.
You bought into your own hype. That's like when you buy into your own hype. When you buy into your own hype and you believe that Matt Ryan is the greatest quarterback of all time, obviously he is obviously one of the better quarterbacks. And you think Julio Jones is the best wide receiver that ever to grace in the NFL. Then you got Grady Jarrett and you got all these terrific players. You start to believe your own hype, and I think that's the main thing that the kind of expand on what Black was saying about it's like you got to be patient. Well, it like the fans are never going to be patient, so you got to have
Mm-mm.
the right culture set, and you got to have a lot of veteran guys that are around they've been there.
Yeah.
One of the things people I said on my live the other day with
Oh
Bill
yeah.
Belichick. Bill Belichick got his ass whooped when he was in Cleveland. He was fired. That
Oh
team
yeah.
was god
Oh
fucking
yeah.
awful.
Yeah.
That team was god
See,
awful.
replay.
He learned from it. He learned from it.
Boo
You
boo.
gotta go through the depth. Like you go, like this is why I think this is the best thing that ever happened for the Atlanta Falcons to move away from Matt Ryan, to move away from Julio Jones, to Calvin Ridley. It's one of the reasons why it has to happen because we've been to the mountaintop. Now
Yeah.
we know what heartache feels
Yep.
like. We know what
Get that
having
feeling.
best
Gotta
players
get
at almost every position. We had the best corner. We had the best linebackers. We had the best defensive linemen. We had the best one of the best offensive linemen in Jake and Alex. So we know what greatness is. So now we prepare for all right, if we get this guy, I know how to pair this guy with this guy because I know why because I had a Grady Jarrett, I had a Alex Mack, I had a Jake Matthews. Now you know how to build a team properly.
Right.
But this is
Right.
why veteran coaches are so key. Veteran coaches and veteran players are key because they've been there. They can teach you something. I
Mm-hmm.
love Chauncey and Big Sam. Why? Because they my OGs. They've been there. They've been there before.
Right.
So you got that. You got everything you need. You got a young fiery squad, and you got them old wily vets. They're like, look, I can see this coming, bro. You better watch out for that. You need to do this. I see this and I see that.
You make a good point, Mike, and you said it without saying it. We got to taste the grape. It takes time to develop a culture and an identity. What you got now is you tore it down to a certain degree. You got a foundation. Now what you can do, you build it right so that it'll be sustainable. Not for a couple years, not for 1 or 2 years, but for the entire time from going forth. And now you've done wrong, so you know what not to do. Now you can do right. Yep. And now you turn this into, like they say, like the Patriot way. Now you're gonna have a Falcons will have a way of building a team.
This is the Falcons way.
You know what I'm saying? Now the players that they get will be scheme fit instead of flashy fit. You know what I'm saying? So now we'll develop a culture. Oh, this is how the Falcons do it. This is how they do it. Instead of, well, we don't know what the Falcons are doing. They just winging it. And then you develop the players that you got here. So these young players now need to be developed instead of traded for a flashy piece. That's what helps sustain the culture.
And it's funny how the universe works, right? Because after 2016 Super Bowl season, everybody said, man, if that defense was better, the next year the defense was ranked 8th in the league going into the playoff. And we made it to the second round, lost to Philadelphia.
Yeah, division.
So that's why I say with patience, whatever you want your culture to be, just be patient with the culture. Just be patient with it.
Right.
Because that next season we had a plethora of injuries. And the regime didn't do a good job filling in those gaps.
No.
So who's to say, if you just be patient, maybe that culture still works somewhere along the line. But it's just all about patience, man.
And this is why you don't wait for 2023 and go draft a quarterback. You see what you got now. You see where you need other pieces. You go to the draft and you get trenches.
Right.
You don't go get quarter. You get the trenches, so you fortify what's around the quarterbacks because you got Ritter. You got Mariota. You gotta have the trenches now. You gotta have trenches and a couple of players here and there. That's how you sustain who you got. If you go out and get flashy players and spend unnecessary money like Roquan Smith was gonna be, then you hurt the team's ability to shore up what they don't have at the end of the season. That's gonna keep them in that spot. And you don't blow the team up if they don't win. You develop the players and you get other players and keep going.
Just like Mike been saying, especially about paying somebody to come in here. You got a lot of guys who got to sign next year. We got a lot of guys that got to get their pay.
Thank you.
And we can't lose these guys. We lose these guys, that means we're starting all over again.
Thank you.
You got to pay AJ. You got to pay Lindstrom.
Right.
If Wilkinson work out, you got to pay him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Carter work out, you got to pay him.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
if Hayward work out, you got to pay him.
Yeah.
Yep.
We got a lot of guys came in on 1-year contracts, man, because these guys work out. We don't want to get rid of them, especially we doing good, Especially you can see the build up, If we improve by 2 games, you don't want to let those guys go. You keep improving.
That's it.
So, I am grateful. I love to do be a great piece here. We can't afford them. Plus, we don't need them right now. So, simple as that.
Lateral move.
Thanks.
But yeah. Hey guys, Noah starts at 7:30 then. So
okay. Well, look, we getting ready to wind this down. We'll take maybe 1 or 2 more questions before we get out of here. But again, we want to thank you guys for tuning in. Get your likes up. Get the likes up. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Then when we get done, make sure you jump over there and support Noah, because I guarantee he gonna have some good information. The professor will have class in session. Trust me.
Oh yeah.
Make sure y'all take notes.
Definitely.
Pens and pencils out. Get your paper out. Taking notes.
What Mike say? The intricate details of football.
That's
Yeah.
Noah. That's Noah.
That's Noah in a heartbeat.
They be correcting me on stuff. Like, Mike, you did a wonderful job. Explain that. Well, you left out that minor detail.
Did he do that last night, Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big Mel said, "Who y'all think will show out tomorrow?" You need a list?
I'm going
Patterson.
one
Of course, you know that.
I'm going one
Yeah, yeah.
person. I'm
I'm
going
gonna say
Timmy Horn.
Mariota. See, y'all sleeping on Mariota. I think he's gonna be sitting back there laughing. Oh, look at all these weapons. Let's try the run game. Let's see how we do. Trust me, we coming into this game hungry, not scared.
Oh yeah.
Listen to all the interviews. Nobody is saying if we're going to win or we could potentially win. They're like, when we win. You got a lot of people with chips on their shoulders that got to prove something. So I'm going to be like, take your pick.
Hey, I'm looking at John Fitzpatrick. He gonna be out there busting heads.
Yeah.
I'm looking at John Fitzpatrick. He finna be manhandling folks out there, y'all. I can't wait to see.
I want to see Lorenzo Carter, man. I
Yeah.
want to see Lorenzo Carter. Big on pass rush, like I said. Lorenzo Carter and if Arnold Ebiketed, well, yeah, Arnold Ebiketed too.
No one particular player, but I want to see how the fullback going to be used in this offense. I think that's always art. Art. I want to see that because you can get a couple of them 4th and 2 to 4th and 1, 4th and inches, 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1. It's like use those fullback to kind of keep the clock running. So I want to see how he uses his fullback in
That's
the game.
Great point, Mike.
Yeah. I want that running game. I want to see how we gonna establish that running game.
Yeah. Yep. Ditto.
I want us to run it down everybody's throat.
Yep.
Just call us Tussin because everybody gonna get a little taste.
Yeah, I'm right.
Hey. If they can't stop it, keep doing it.
Right. That part. Don't go away from what works.
Thank you.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys. So let's kind of close it. Make sure you guys continue to support us. Like I said before, we're making a few changes to the show. We're gonna still do it's gonna be a lot of content. You're not gonna miss any content, but we might make some strategic changes as far as the structure of shows now. Like I said, we since we got K Styles, monetized now, we can go on to the next phase of things. And like I said, change is always a good thing for everybody. So we're gonna divert our attention to, make sure this platform succeeds the way we know, the way you guys know it can succeed. So Juan, you want to kind of end it?
Take us out. Yes, sir. Well, listen, man. Look, we want to thank everybody for coming down, taking a look at us. Hey, we are Dirty Bird Thursdays. But before we go, we're going to, hit us up where you can find us out. You can find me at the Falcons Therapist. I am a Creative Eyes Massage on IG, Twitter, and TikTok. My final word would be, listen, stay tuned. It's a pick your poison season. It's just that simple. Go ahead, Black Bear. Check us out, man. Home team. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Y'all check me out right there on Twitter. Blackberry and the Rex. That's Blackberry, no C, just big K. Same thing on YouTube. Hey, fans, get excited about your team, okay? Just get excited about your team. If you're not excited, we don't give a damn.
There it is.
Facts.
Wow. All right, Night Rider.
Hey man, check this out. As always, it's a pleasure to be on here with everybody. Thank y'all for tuning in. This is your resident billboard here, even though I ain't got the glasses. I left them at the house. Y'all can find me on IG, Twitter, at Night Rider 229. Y'all see it right there. Snapchat at Night Rider FDU, man. Hey. And on that note, I'm finna go in the damn bar. I'm finna enjoy me some damn wings, man. Hey, love, peace, and chicken grease. You hear me?
All right, Coach. Give your final thoughts, man.
Hey guys, tomorrow, man. Everybody stay tuned, man. See what this team gonna be about. All right, support these guys tomorrow. All right, we can do it to support. All right, but you can find me on Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram, Coach Unchained. And also, if you guys like, come and join me tomorrow. I'll be doing a show tomorrow, live, just watching the game and just comment on different things that I see in there. All right, so thank you.
All right, Big Ant, what you got, man?
Man, I'm hyped, man. I'm ready to watch this team. To see what this early game looking like.
Outside of the club, and you think
All right, Mike.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, he be on the playground at 3:00.
Oh man.
That's funny.
Okay.
Oh, yo, I just I posted a Hawks video this morning, y'all. I forgot to mention that. Go on Blackberry Ricks on YouTube. Blackberry No Teeth Dislocated. Go check out that video I posted this morning.
It is.
And as always, it's always a pleasure to have, the mad scientist on here, man. Mike, the great one. You got anything to say, man, Mike, before we close it out?
I swear I'll be trying to. I try. I really do try to rest. Like I try not to do a damn thing. Hey man,
I don't believe it. I don't.
I'm not going to debate that because just fuck it. That's an ill on my part.
Get you some rest, man.
Mike will have to pick a day. One of these years.
One of these years, I'm sitting the fuck down and not do it.
Get you some rest, man.
That's all, man. I'll do it.
Well, look, man. Thanks everybody for coming out and supporting the home team on this 30th birthday.
Home team.
We hope y'all have a good evening. But it's time for us to go. Hey, make sure y'all go over there and check out Noah. He got some good stuff for you. With that being said, we out. Peace.
In the words of DJ Drummer, and like that, we go.
Peace. Out of here.